Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. And I'm here today to bring the review for One Piece Manga Chapter 1106. And I personally don't have much to talk about within this chapter, but there are some few things that I want to mention. Okay, well, first thing I want to mention is the whole fact of we had Bonnie, we had Kuma surrounded by all these pacifista, and it basically looked like a dire situation, at least for them. And at least for me, it seemed like, okay, this will be a moment for Sanji to shine, for a moment for Sanji to hop in there and save them. And it seemed like he was going to do so. But I feel like he was robbed of said opportunity. I personally wanted to see him deal with the pacifistas at hand. Not necessarily defeat, but just keep them from obviously killing Kuma and Bonnie. And like I said previously, I feel like he was robbed from that simply with the fact that we have that, we know there's a pecking order to use in Pacifista, with obviously the world government being at the top, but no, it seems like there's someone above the world government, and that is Bonnie. Bonnie has ultimate control over the Pacifista, and that's something Vegapunk put in there simply because they look like Bonnie's dad, and he didn't want it to ever be a thing where Bonnie's dad is essentially killing his daughter, so that was put in there to protect them. And rightly so, Saturn's not happy about that, and Vegapunk got a stern talking to, sort of. But I don't think he's dead. I think he was end up surviving, but he was dealt a hefty blow. So I feel like that was a cheap way out of the kind of danger that they were in, because that was kind of like the main danger that they were in. I think it was an easy cop out, and I think it did rob Sanji of some points or glory, or whichever way you want to phrase it. So really and truly, the other thing that I want to talk about, obviously we have Luffy in there now. He's full, he's re-energized, he's back to Nika antics, and he's holding off Kizaru, rightly so. He didn't want to do it again, rightly so. And we have that whole moment of Bonnie realizing that Luffy is the son of Nika, whatever. But what I really want to talk about now is the end of the chapter, which is when we see Rogi and Dory, I think their names are. They have come to collect. They have come to collect the straw. Well, they say straw hat, but obviously the whole crew are going to end up going. But they've come to collect the straw hat pirates. So that means that Shanks is ready to meet. Now. So for me personally, that's made me think, okay, why now? Now, granted, I don't know how much time has passed since end of Wano and Egghead Island where we are currently, but I don't think too much time has passed. And we know that, Shanks was on Wano's doorstep, so he had the opportunity then to meet Luffy again. So my question is, what's changed in that short amount of time span that's made him want to now meet? Another question that did come to mind is, what if Luffy don't want to meet yet? What if Luffy doesn't go willingly? What happens then? That's another question that came to mind. But another thought that did come to mind is the fact that we now know... Oh, did we know this before? My point is that because we see Bori and Dory, referring to Luffy as the Sun God. So that's basically, if there wasn't any beforehand, that Shanks knew just how important the Gum fruit was. And that begs the question for me, why would Shanks leave Luffy? And so that just shows to me that, Shanks really did trust within Luffy to be able to just keep, he trusts and believes in Luffy, and that shows to me for the fact that he left him there with the devil fruit, because it could have been a thing where because Luffy ate the devil fruit when he was like a little kid, there was two options for him. One, kill him, or to have him forcibly have to now join the crew, something Luffy would have loved at the time, but forcibly have him to forcibly take Luffy, because now that he had the the gum fruit, he had to keep a more of a watchful eye on him. But yeah, it just showed the trust in Luffy for Shanks, for at least for me anyway. But yeah, that's everything I've got to say about this chapter. It does leave off an exciting place because we now know that Shanks is ready to meet up with Luffy, but it did make me question, maybe, just maybe, Luffy's not ready to meet with Shanks. And that would be an interesting twist on things. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when things roll out. So I'm going to give it a 3-star rating. And that goes as much for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.